Hey guys, how's it going? And welcome back. So we have a program finally, yes, for the iPad for testing the speeds of our external devices, as well as our internal drive that they put in this little puppy too. And yeah, this is something I was searching out the other day, and it's like nobody's got anything. So let's do a copy and use a timer and do this kind of math, and this should be what we get. Well, okay, fine, but I like programs. On the Macintosh OS, we have Blackmagic Disk Speed Test. Now, they really should be coming out with this for the iPad. I mean, come on, we've got DaVinci who does the same program, right? We got DaVinci on the iPad now. Why we didn't get a disk speed program with that package, I don't know. I mean, come on. Anyway, so I downloaded this from the App Store initially as, get in app purchase, right? Now, on that note, you can only test a 128 and a 256 or lower than a 128. You cannot test anything bigger than 250 gig SSD with the trial version. But if you buy it, you get it all, baby. Okay, and that's what we wanted, and it was only $3.99 on the App Store. So I figured, hey, let's load a few dollars into my Apple account and buy this thing. So that's what I did. Anyway, so we're going to test these drives out that are connected. Now, I am hooked into a hub with my external drives down below here. Let me just kind of like get this right about where we need it. There we go. So I got two drives here plugged in. The Oracle here, which is a 3.2 Gen 2x2. And of course we have this, what is it, 3.2 Saburn, 3.1 Saburn. Anyway, let's test the internal drive first. Now, you can choose also in the settings your data size. I find this is actually a pretty realistic load tester, by the way, for being a synthetic benchmark. But we're going to start at 500 because that's going to give us like wide open, not a lot of load kind of thing, and the fastest that the drive can possibly run. So, push the button, boom, there you go. So we have a read speed of 1947, a little low on the read speed. Write speed, though, is 4012, so 4012 megabytes per second. So that's actually pretty good for the internal drive on this thing. I bought the iPad Pro M2 that had the 128 gig. I didn't find a need for the 256, although I might end up regretting that if we get Mac OS on these things. But anyways, so if you want to try and test another drive, just click on Connect Drive, and we're going to choose PC Backup. Now this reads whatever format your drive is in. It's going to read accordingly. Okay, so if it's exFAT or APFS, as long as your iPad can read the format, it'll be able to test it. And these are both under exFAT because these are two of my backup drives out of a few others, so that I don't lose anything off my PC or on my Mac side. And that works out perfect for me for being dual software and being able to just plug the one drive at least for sure into my PC, and it reads both sides of the house as far as my files go, so I'm good. So anyways, PC backup first. I'm not even sure which drive is which, to be honest. But anyway, so we're going to open that, and we're going to do it again. Just push the button. So we have a 324 read and a 748 write. Now this hub they're plugged into, by the way, is a USB 3.0 hub. Okay, we are going to do some further testing here. So next drive is called backup. Okay, and again, let's hit it. 331 707. Okay, not too shabby. All right. So let's just unplug from the hub here, and we're going to go direct in. And this time, we're going to start with our gold drive because it's our higher level drive. Okay, and so we're going to have to probably quit the program and restart at this point to clear everything. And connect drive. And PC backup. So we know the gold one is now PC backup. Now this is direct in. Now this tablet or iPad has a Thunderbolt port, so we'll see how things go here now. Wow, now that's a lot more impressive. 675 read and 1527 write. The drives I have in these, by the way, are Western Digital drives that are rated, they're Express 3s, and they're actually rated for 3500 by 3500. So this is like the best we're going to get out of this particular controller in these cases. So anyways, that's pretty good. Okay, so let's quit the program so we can re-clear it. We'll unplug that one. And we'll plug this one in. This is our Sabrent. And again, connect drive, back up, open, and hit it. 637, 1391. Not too shabby, not too shabby. Okay. So again, we're going to quit. Now we're going to hook a Thunderbolt drive in, because the only way I can hook a Thunderbolt drive into this thing that it's going to read it is direct into the iPad, because this hub for some reason will not see a Thunderbolt drive. So let's do that and see what happens here. And connect drive. And come on, there we go. 1 terabyte. Open. And let it rip. Wow, now that's not very impressive. That really is not impressive, actually. Oh, that's a little bit better. Run the test more than once. So we're going to get a 775 read, and we're going to get a 1081 write. Now, I tell you right now, I've got Thunderbolt 3 on my Mac Mini, and it actually reads this drive at over 2700 read and write consistently. So that's kind of interesting that this is supposed to be a Thunderbolt port on this iPad, and yet it's giving us these kind of speeds. That's kind of not overly impressive. And this is under APFS on top of that. So yeah, that's the only drive we got here. That's kind of interesting. File system tells us what file system to use. Specifications, maximum data rates through Lightning. Oh, it even tells us here. Yeah, we should be getting 40 gigabit up to 5,000. That's really interesting, because yeah. Okay. So Lightning. Oh, it even works Lightning. That means I can download this app on my iPhone or an older iPad. Anyways, file system. APFS. APFS is the best, and this is under APFS. They tell you about the free versus premium. Free is internal storage test external drives up to 256 with ads. Premium, which is what I have for the program now, is internal storage test all external drives, period, no ads. Okay. Variations in measurement results can be caused by the size of the test data, location of the file on the disk, any fragmentation, current CPU load, especially the measurement of internal storage, can provide variable results due to optimization storage access in the operating system. Well, yeah, it could be the OS thing too, right? Because this thing is done under Macintosh APFS, so that may be something we're running into, I guess. I do have another drive here, though, that we can test, just for giggles. I don't remember. I think I formatted this under exFAT. Let's try this drive. Connect drive. Untitled. Now, there's nothing on this drive. That's actually pretty good, because this drive is only rated for, I think, like 11 or 1200 megabits per second. So read is a little on the slow side, but write is pretty good. So, that's rather interesting. Okay. Now, I wonder, maybe? I have an idea. Let's let's format this drive under APFS. And disk utility. And Western Digital My Passport, erase. Yeah, APFS. Okay, done. And done. And quit. Go there. Okay, let's try this under APFS now. So we'll just quit out of here. Plug her in. Fire up the program. Connect drive. Untitled. Open. Wow. It does better on exFAT. That's crazy. It actually does better on exFAT formatting routine than Apple. See, on the Mac, you do better under APFS. But on iOS, it seems you do actually better on exFAT. That's craziness. That's wild. So, let's try that again. Yeah, pretty much about the same. Yeah, not much difference there. So, it's looking like the exFAT is going to give you the top speeds capable. Let's go back to this Thunderbolt drive, though, for a minute. Now, I wonder... come on. 1 terabyte. See, that's just in an open location, so that should be fine just where it is. And right, yeah, 917 and 1092. So if we had this Thunderbolt drive under exFAT, then we would definitely see bigger numbers. I still wouldn't expect to see the numbers I'm getting off of an M1 Mac, but because I am getting over 2700 read and write consistently. So let's hit refresh. That's about the same. I like how it keeps a log of your tests that you do. Now, here, oh, that's getting better. 13, 14. Oh, so if we run the test multiple times, I guess it's helping out. Yeah, so 15, 15. It's kind of like Blackmagic disk test. You run it a few times consistently, and yeah, so that's actually better numbers even for Thunderbolt. So let's change the load. Now that's only 500 meg. So usually we go like 5 gigabit maybe, right? Let's split the difference and go to 3 gigabit. Okay. That's actually pretty decent. Okay, so that's pretty acceptable. So, we're definitely getting close to 15 read and write. And I mean, I don't know, yeah, that's... And we are running battery power too. We're running straight battery power. We don't really have a choice because I don't have a Thunderbolt dock. Yeah, if I try plugging this thing into my hub, let's just plug this back into here, and let's go direct into the hub again. It's never been, I never got it to read before on the hub. Maybe it will this time. No, it definitely, this hub cannot read this drive. So my case can't go backwards compatible far enough, so that's pretty sad. That's the way it goes. Maybe you need a Thunderbolt hub. But that is the program. So if you're looking for something for giving you an idea of, your disk speed, this definitely is going to do it for you. So we're getting like 2227, 1899, 2362, 1938. So the internal storage has definitely got some speed. And we definitely have limitations, obviously. It's the way the OS is working, the formatting of the drive. iOS, I don't know what it uses for a format routine. But I do like how they give you these maximum data rates. But this doesn't make sense. Even under Thunderbolt 3, I've got a PCI Express 4 drive sitting in this case. We should be seeing an easy 2000, 2200 at least, but we're not quite getting there. So maybe they need to update the program, or who knows, right? But specifications for cables, connectors, protocols for connection are important indicators for the proper functioning of external storage. The final speed and data transfer is determined, among other aspects, by the standards used. These are the most commonly used specs and their maximum transfer rates that we can expect. So, okay, we get that. And this is all based on external connection points, right? But yeah, we should be seeing, well, we're kind of actually in between the Thunderbolt 3 and the USB 3.2 Gen 2. We're kind of like in between that area. So I guess we're only going to expect so much. Yeah, either way, it gives us an idea how fast it's going to run on this device at least, And they talk about the file systems, that sort of thing. Guide partition maps, etc. APSF is actually the best to use, they say. They talk about, of course, free versus premium. I think, in my opinion, the program is worth every bit the $3.99, okay? And this is Canadian dollars. So I definitely say, yep, if you want to know the speeds of your drives and how they're working, this is the program that you're going to want. And it's also the only program that even exists at this point. Now, there could be some bugaboos in the program that they are going to need to update. That's quite possible, but from what we're seeing for results right now, that's actually pretty good. Now, should we get an update in the future, which I'm sure we probably will, we will revisit this at that time. So probably not anytime soon. But the name of the program is called Disk Test, and that's what you want. Now, if all you want is the free version, just keep in mind that you can only access drives that are 256 gig and lower in order to read them. So if you do have a higher capacity drive, it's not going to be able to test it. Okay, even though it'll come up on the list, it will not test it. You're going to have to pay the $4 that they want for this program in order to test any drive size and any drive type as well. But the drive type is not the limitation here, it's the size of the drive. So if you have a Thunderbolt external case drive like I do with these Indemans, and you have a 256 gig drive in there, plug it direct to the iPad, you're good to go. And it'll test it because it's within the boundaries of the free version, right? You can even test micro SD and regular SD cards. I've done that as well with this program. No problems. It does test them, right? So that's our program. It's $4 to buy the free version, or you can get the free version for free, right? But I would buy it for $4. I think it's great because now I know how fast my drives actually are running on the iPad, and it makes a good comparison against the Mac too. So I am going to do a video between the two so that we can see the differences. Like Mac OS is definitely optimized for our drives, where iOS is not quite optimized in the same way, and I don't believe the ports are either, because even the ports are running under iOS. So even though, yes, we do have Thunderbolt here, not a problem, we're definitely not optimized in the same sense as what Mac OS is. So that does make a difference on how fast the drives can run. But yeah, definitely some pretty impressive results regardless with everything we've tested. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, but at least now we do actually authentically have a disk speed testing program to test our media with, including our internal storage and externals. And thanks for watching, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. See ya.